All right, now out to the shop. We have done a few things out here. We got the wheelie bars finally on and welded up, and as you can see, Hashtag sent these plates, and the wheelie bars were a lot longer, so we had to trim them down to make them work. It's not a big deal. We got them on, kind of got it set up the height that's going to be. I'm gonna have to cut them off when I get the tires on it to see where they're exactly at on height, because we need to be into that 10-inch range. I talked to Nick at Pulse Performance. Axle should be done this week. It's a long process welding them. They don't just like weld them on all in one day. They weld on them a little bit and let them cool and then weld on them some more. And the plates are done and they're tacked up, so we're getting close on that. We do got the base there, getting the base kind of framed up or jigged up for the roll cage. Kind of got the motor setting up there where the motor's going to go. That's 60 inches from the center of the rear axle, and it seems like a long ways up there, but that's where the rules allow you to go 60 inches from the center of the rear axle. So we got that. We get some of this stuff done. I was hoping to be a little further along, but I didn't burn my motor up in my drill press. And you can use a hand drill, but I'll tell you what, drill and quarter and 3/8 and 1/2 inch. It's no fun drilling with a hand drill. So I just made a point that I ain't going to worry about that stuff until I get the motor back on the drill press and stuff. So hopefully it'll be fixed this week. But there's the block there. We kind of got it just kind of mocked in there. I need to get the right height and everything for it. And over here, we did get some tires picked up. Was able to pick these up. These are actually they're BFG pullers. They're not Firestone. They're actually BFG tractor pullers. These things are super light. I picked these tires up off the ground by myself. They are a little different cut. They're kind of an older style cut. As you can see, they're kind of offset. These were probably long bar, probably just your old standard long bar tires, and they cut them. There is a lot of life left on them. I don't think these were run that much. We did get the back spacing off of these rims, so we're getting the back spacing on the axles right, just off of these rims. So we were able to utilize these rims, and even if these tires don't work or want to upgrade, we can use these rims. These rims are in really good shape. They haven't seen much use. They're just going to need to take some cleaning up and stuff like that. And there's kind of the motors kind of in there. Like I said, I'm just kind of waiting on getting my drill press back so I can start making plates and stuff like that. Because I tried to drill some with a hand drill, and I said, screw this. I'm just causing more problems, and it's worse. So, but we're going to really start getting on here in another month. I get this house project done, or at least get the drywall finished up. This thing, I'm going to really start getting a little quicker on this and working on some stuff on it, and kind of proceeding. It doesn't look like much pulling's going to happen this summer anyway, and we weren't really planning on getting this thing going this summer. We're just like taking our time and finding parts that we need. We're not getting in no hurry going out and buying the stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of used stuff out there. If you're patient, you just kind of have to look. It's just like these tires, they just have to kind of find them. I mean, and we got them bought right. And that's what for us to do this long term, that's what it takes. You just can't, there's not all of us that can go out and build the best thing and have somebody build your chassis and somebody build your motor. And we might not be in first, but we're not going to be in last. And I tell you what, we're going to know a lot about this thing when it's done. So everybody keep a positive attitude. I'll tell you this thing, it's 84 degrees here today in Iowa, which is awesome. I bet you that makes everybody feel a heck of a lot better than it did when it was 50, 60. So I hope we're killing down this virus some. And if you worked in the livestock industry, that's one thing. I've been very fortunate. I haven't been laid off from my job. I work in the hog industry, and hogs are still being born. Hogs are still needing feed. Hogs are still needing taken care of. So there's no way it can shut down. And I've been fortunate enough. I work for a good company, and they, like I said, we're essential workforce. So, we do a lot of social distancing. I don't see a lot of people during the day, and I don't visit with a lot of people during the day. So, but like I said, one thing good, the tractor can't get a virus, so I can spend time out here working on it and not worry about getting sick. So everybody have a good summer. Hopefully this thing ends up to where we start getting some sun and start getting some tractors on the track and start getting some pulling, and life kind of gets back to normal. And, you know, and in the end, everybody support their local farmers, their local businesses. You know, that's one thing that me and my wife try to do. We try not to shop a lot at Walmart. I mean, unfortunately, we end up probably there more than we should. But, you know, there's a lot of businesses here in town, and, you know, just nothing but like ordering some carry out from one of the local restaurants here, you know, in town helps keep things kind of, you know, at least helps them keep from shutting down. You know, so when this thing does heal up, you know, them are the type of people that put money back in the community. And to be honest with you, them are the people that are sponsoring your local tractor pulls. You know, your local businesses, your local co-ops, your local gas companies, you know, they're the one that's sponsoring this, you know, so these tractor pulls can happen because, you know, everybody knows that, you know, that having a tractor pull is not a money-making thing. I mean, we're not all Bowling Greens and you know, Louisvilles and stuff like that. These county fairs, you know, $10,000 show is a pretty stretch for them, and you can't get enough people in the stands in these county fairs to pay for $10,000. You got to have local support and local sponsorship. So, you know, remember that when you're sitting at home and you're not able to get out, you know, and, you know, support your local stuff. You know, like I said, Walmart money doesn't come back to your community, but, you know, the hardware store uptown or your motor parts store uptown or, you know, your local parts guy, you know, or even your co-ops and your gas, you know, that's the money that stays in the community and works for your community. So like I said, I'm done ranting about that. You know, I hope this whole deal has kind of made people kind of wake up and maybe not second guess what they've been doing in the past. But, you know, like I said, we're a strong nation. You know, like I said, we can get through this. I mean, like I said, we've gotten through a lot worse. And like I said, if you've been around livestock, you know that viruses are a pain in the butt during the summertime, but as soon as the sun comes out and it gets warm during the summer, a lot of that stuff goes away. Only to come back the next winter. That's the only bad thing about it. So I hope everybody has a wonderful summer, and hopefully in a month from now, I'll have another video. And like I said, we'll be into the chassis, hopefully have the chassis done. I want to kind of get the tie bars and all that made before I take the frame away from the rear end housing and to start doing all the welding for the front end and stuff. So, we'll get there, and stay strong, and everybody have a good day. Thanks. Bye.